here, if we want to answer the question, that's it. How would you use this information to evaluate the potential offer? So what do we do first? So we evaluate the comparabilities between the three firms and the firm you want to value to come up with the multiples, which is the average, the median, or the weighted average multiples. Okay. So you know, whether we have a correct multiple, then we will have a correct valuation. Like you see, I have an example here. We can take the average, but I mean, if you can justify it using other information, like you can take the median, okay, or maybe you can take a weighted average method, like we learned before. Okay. The key thing is that as long as you are having a good story to defend for your selection, that is the key. Okay. Right, and then for the other thing I have already explained to you, the question is about the dramatic difference in the valuation ratio of the three firms. Okay, so first of all, we look at what? We look at the operating leverage by looking at the operating margins. Okay, that is something create difference in the valuation ratios. Secondly, we look at the growth opportunities. Okay, so the expected growth for O'Reilly is significantly high compared to other companies. That is also a justification why the company is being valued at a very high forward, or PE ratio compared to the other firms. Okay, and next about the betas. So among O'Reilly and then Advance and AutoZone, you see that Advance is being, given beta is 1.79, is more sensitive to the market change. Okay, why is that? O'Reilly company, Advance first. So for the Advance company, this is the amount of common equities, and then the debt ratio of Advance company is also significant. Okay, the degree of operating leverage is also significant. Okay, it just here you see Advance, they are using more fixed cost than variable cost. Okay, and what next is about the number of shares outstanding. Here I just have a look at some calculation for the price per share and then the number of shares outstanding. So AutoZone is a company which is having a large market capitalization, but their shares being valued at a high price. So the share, okay, they issue a very small number of shares outstanding, but their shares being valued high, so that means their market capitalization is significant, which play a significant part in the enterprise valuation for the company AutoZone. Okay, but compare with the ability to raise the capitals and then its ability to earn the EBITDA. So we have some mismatching here. Okay, even the debt is borrowed too much and a higher operating leverage. That means the company is being valued at a smaller EBITDA multiples compared to the other firms. Okay, right. When you do the analysis, you need to break down into the smaller components. Enterprise value or EBITDA, which one increase? If one of them increase faster than the other, so it creates a mismatching here for the multiples. Also for the growth opportunities, okay, and the beta to measure the risk. All right. So this is how you answer question 8.5. Okay, now we look